So, good evening and welcome back into Bellingham, Washington, home of the Bellingham Bells. We've got West Coast League baseball for you this weekend here on the Bells YouTube channel. Bells are back after 6 games on the road. They'll finish off their regular season here for the final 6 games. You can catch it all here on the Bells YouTube channel. I'm Zen Hill. Welcome in for tonight, a 6:35 first pitch here at Joe Martin Field between your Bellingham Bells and the Victoria HarbourCats, two North Division teams that enter this one in a pretty tight playoff race when it comes to the West Coast League's North Division right now. When you take a glance at the North, it is, of course, the Wenatchee Apple Sox atop the standings. The Apple Sox have been there ever since winning the first half of the season. Bells 4 games behind them, sitting at 31-17 behind the 35-13 Apple Sox. But the Victoria HarbourCats, Edmonton Riverhawks, and Nanaimo Night Owls, they are in a 3-way tie for number 1 overall seed. That, of course, will all base on the fact that the Bellingham Bells could get things done when it comes to having a playoff spot that is in the second round of the playoffs, which would be the higher seed. But they've got a chance to do some work in this one. We will take a quick break away, and then when we come back, we'll get you all the starting lineups for this game. So the Bellingham Bells, with a chance to work towards their top playoff spot, open a 3-game set against the Victoria HarbourCats in tonight's Friday night matchup between the Cats and the Bells. These two teams faced off earlier in the season, the final 3 games of the first half of the regular season, and the Bells at that time were chasing the early playoff berth, but it was the Victoria HarbourCats that handed them 2 of 3 losses that dropped Bellingham out of the potential 1 seed for the playoffs, the early round 1 seed, that is. The West Coast League playoffs do reorganize after the first round, with the first half winner getting the top seed in the opening round, the second half winner getting the number 2 seed, and we can go into all those tiebreakers as well. We'll get into those throughout this game because there's a lot of playoff implications through these next 6 games. That's why I'm so glad that we've got them all here at home to just kind of see how things shape out and take you listeners along with us through the journey that is the end of this regular season. The final 6-game homestand starting tonight. 6 straight days of baseball for the Bells. It's the HarbourCats for 3, the Edmonton Riverhawks for the next three. Bellingham coming off of a win in last night's game. They took down the Marion Berries to claim a sweep over the South Division's team. In that game, an 11-run second inning helped the Bells capture their fourth sweep of the season. Bells took a 14-1 win last night. Parker Warner started what was as equally of a dominant night by the pitchers as it was the hitters. Warner went 4 innings in his start and struck out 9 batters while only allowing 1 hit and 1 walk. The 11-run second inning began with a 2 RBI hit by Keiji Hattori, who during the road trip was on fire. Rashad Hayes hit a double to score a run. Jaden Jackson delivered a 2 RBI knock that made it 5-0. Dylan Moss drove in 2 more runs on a single, and then a duo of errors allowed back-to-back runs to score. And then Robinick Keebon sent in the inning's final 2 runs on a base hit to make it 11-0. Caleb Seebeck inherited the 5th inning on the mound and earned the win despite surrendering the Berries' lone run of the game during the 6th inning. Seebeck had 5 strikeouts and allowed 3 walks and 2 hits for 1 run across his 3 relief innings. Nate Johnson and Moss both had RBI doubles in the 6th and entered the 7th with the Bells leading 13-1. Tyler Peschke delivered the final run-scoring hit of the night with a single in the 8th. Frank Williams picked up 2 strikeouts in the bottom of the 8th, and Adam J. capped off the win with a scoreless 9th. A double play finished off the series sweep. Now the Bells are here against the Victoria HarbourCats. Lineups taking the field right now. Let's take a first look at the visitors. The HarbourCats coming to town. Their record sitting right now at 26-22, tied for 3rd in the North Division. Leadoff man is David Cron out of the University of British Columbia. He's going to be the DH. Brian Bradshaw, the junior from UC San Diego, in right field follows him. Logan Shepard in left field out of Mercer University. Batting cleanup is Jacob Silver, the first baseman out of the University of Texas at San Antonio. At third base is Michael Rada, sophomore from Palomar College. He's going to bat 5th. Dylan Lopez, the catcher, is a junior from St. Mary's University. In center field is Cameron Chi Aloy out of the University of Illinois. Aiden Rice, the second baseman, bats 8th out of the University of Portland. And Riley Quack, a sophomore from Bossier Parish Community College, is the starting shortstop. Shea Lake on the mound for the HarbourCats. And looking at the Bellingham Bells starting lineup, it's Rashad Hayes, the Stanford second baseman, leading things off, followed by Jaden Jackson, the UCLA left fielder. Noah Cassie bats 3rd as the first baseman out of Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Nate Johnson, the Tulane third baseman, doing the cleaning up, with Matt Churchill, the University of Puget Sound DH, behind him. Bo Schinkel out of Gonzaga is in center field for Bellingham. Tyler Peschke at UCLA bats 7th and gets the shortstop start. Robinick Keebon, coming from the University of Washington, will be in right field. And then the Stanford catcher Dylan Moss finishes the batting lineup. It is Robbie Zimmerman out of UCLA getting the start on the mound. Teams on the field. First pitch coming up next here live from Bellingham, Washington. It's the first of 3 between the Bells and HarbourCats.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd and Black.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. So here we go. The regular season going to come to a close at Joe Martin Field. We've got the next 6 straight days of baseball here in the West Coast League to finish off the regular season. 3 games against the Victoria HarbourCats, 3 games against the Edmonton Riverhawks as your Bellingham Bells face some Canadian foes here in a North Division matchup. Bellingham entering the game at a record of 31-17, coming off of 5 of their last 6 wins on the 6-game road trip against Wenatchee and Marion. Here at home to face the 26-22 Victoria HarbourCats in Game 1. And on the bump for your Bellingham Bells will be the starting left-handed pitcher coming out of the University of California, Los Angeles, better known as UCLA, the Bruins. Zimmerman, an incoming freshman there, and so far with the Bellingham Bells has been spectacular. He'll get the start today as his 8th appearance of the summer, has only had just a duo of starts for Bellingham, but he's collected a 3-0 record, mainly working out of the bullpen in long relief. Over the 7 appearances that he has thrown, he's tossed 18 2/3 innings with the Bellingham Bells and was riding a long scoreless inning streak until surrendering some of his first earned runs of the entire season to sit his ERA at just a 1.45. But the left-hander will get the ball for this Friday night matchup against the Victoria HarbourCats. HarbourCats lineup will begin with David Crum, Brian Bradshaw, and Logan Shepard, the 3 men we will see to start the first inning, the minimum at least. Jacob Silver, the cleanup man, Michael Rotter behind him with Dylan Lopez following as the next 3, and then Cameron Chialoy, Aiden Rice, and Riley Quack finishing off the starting lineup for the Victoria HarbourCats. And leading off will be the designated hitter, David Cron, coming out of the University of British Columbia. They'll get things started for the HarbourCats wearing their baby blue uniforms. Got the navy blue and red stripe going down the side for them. Bells in their all whites. The navy caps for Bellingham, the home team, as they start off this 6-game homestand to finish the regular season right here with the first pitch of the ball game. It's an 87-mile-an-hour pitch from Robbie Zimmerman. That missed for the first ball. Inside to the righty, batting DH out of the NAIA program, UBC Thunderbirds. Another pitch inside from Zimmerman makes it 2-0. Cron entering this game with a .313 batting average in his West Coast League summer. 38 games played for the HarbourCats as he fouls back strike 1. So far through 150 at-bats with Victoria, Cron has picked up 47 knocks, with 5 of them being doubles, 1 of them a triple, 9 of them leaving the ballpark with 9 home runs. On a 2-1 pitch from Zimmerman, it turns 3-1 off the miss from Robbie. Starting left-hander for Bellingham. Behind against his first batter as Victoria leadoff man Has the 3-1 coming to him, flies it up into the air, right side and out of play for strike 2 and a full count against the first batter. "3-2" coming from Zimmerman home now. Foul tip back, and Cron will see another. Robbie Zimmerman, the 6'6" left-handed pitcher, trying to retire his first batter, the 3-2 home. Hit on a line to the third baseman, Nate Johnson, who gloves it there at the hot corner, and that'll be the first out. Next man coming up for the visiting HarbourCats, Brian Bradshaw, the right fielder, a junior from UC San Diego. Bradshaw, lefty batter, will step in against the lefty pitcher. Robbie Zimmerman comes home and misses upstairs with his first pitch to Bradshaw, the right fielder. .352 the batting average for this left-handed hitter, playing in his 28th game with the HarbourCats. So far, 32 hits to his name. Foul tip on that one will be strike 1 to Bradshaw. Just 5 extra base knocks for this batter. 4 doubles and a triple for him. One ball and a strike. That one called for an inside strike 2. Late call behind home plate, but it gets Zimmerman ahead of Bradshaw 1-2. Now the right fielder down to his last strike in his first at-bat, and he swings through it for Robbie Zimmerman's first strikeout of the night as he gets his second out in the first inning. Logan Shepard, a familiar face in the West Coast League, once again with the HarbourCats. He was a Victoria HarbourCat last summer, batting .345 in his 40 games. A West Coast League All-Star as well. He'll step in from the right-handed batter's box as the starting left fielder for the HarbourCats. 2 outs in the inning, a ground ball to Nate Johnson at third. His throw to Noah Cassie at first will finish off a 1-2-3 start for Robbie Zimmerman and the Bells. And we'll see Bellingham come up to bat when we return.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Bottom of the first inning at Joe Martin Field as we get a look at the Victoria HarbourCats starting right-handed pitcher for this one, Shea Lake, the junior from West Texas A&M. And for him so far on his HarbourCats summer, this will be just his 4th appearance of the year. And the ERA north of 4, but it has been managed well by Lake through his 11 innings. Through those innings, he has struck out 14 batters to just 4 walks. Good ratio numbers for him, and with the whip at just 109, you could argue that maybe that ERA should be a bit lower for this right-hander. He is going to be facing the Bellingham Bells starting lineup tonight. That'll be led off by Rashad Hayes. We'll see Jaden Jackson and Noah Cassie in the inning, a potential for the cleanup man Nate Johnson as well. And Matt Churchill following him with Bo Schinkel, Tyler Peschke, Romnick Keebon, and Dylan Moss, the batters to follow. After a 1-2-3 top half of the first inning by the Bells starter Robbie Zimmerman, it'll be Shea Lake trying to match that here in the bottom of the first with Rashad Hayes at the plate. Hayes swinging at the first pitch and hitting a foul ball to the HarbourCats side of the infield. 26th start for Hayes on the summer with Bellingham. Crushed a home run during the road trip. The Bells' offense was on fire over their last 6 games against Wenatchee and Marion. Bellingham's offense scoring double-digit runs in 4 of their 6 games on the road. 9 or more runs in every game except for their 10-5 loss in the series opener at Wenatchee. The Bells won 5 of their 6 road games against the Apple Sox, taking the final 2 of that series, and then swept the Marion Berries to carry a 5-game winning streak into tonight's contest against the Victoria HarbourCats. HarbourCats right now on a 3-game win streak of their own. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Trying to push for the postseason. They've got 3 games here against your Bellingham Bells, and then we'll face the Wenatchee Apple Sox to finish off their regular season. 2 tough matchups for these HarbourCats if they want to try and prove themselves into the playoffs, and it all starts for them tonight here on this Friday evening at Joe Martin Field. Rashad Hayes in a 1-2 count as Bellingham's leadoff man after the foul ball. Right-handed batter takes a time and will now step back into the box. Fly ball to left field from Hayes. It's the HarbourCats left fielder Logan Shepard with the play for the first out. Shallow left center. That's how the bottom of the first starts for the starter Shea Lake of Victoria. We will see Jaden Jackson next, the UCLA left fielder for Bellingham. Jackson, a West Coast League All-Star, making his 30th appearance of the year for your Bells. The first pitch nearly got him inside. It's ball 1. Consistent production so far in the summer for Jackson here with Bellingham. A .275 average for the lefty hitter. Patient as always, taking a 2-0 lead to his at-bat. The 2-0 pitch now from Lake is grounded to the right side foul ball. And Shea Lake will have his first strike of the at-bat against Jaden Jackson. Two and 1 count on Jaden Jackson. 1 out down in the bottom of the first. The breaking pitch in from the right-hander and just missed upstairs. Ball 3. .22 walks on the summer for Jackson. This will be a ground ball to the right side. First baseman Silva will have it. Tosses to the covering pitcher Lake, and 2 up, 2 down to start the bottom of the first inning for the HarbourCats on defense. Noah Cassie, not too many appearances on the road for the Bellingham Bells during their 6-game road trip, but he will get the start at first base tonight. The West Coast League power hitting all-star of the Texas A&M Corpus Christi University will now bat with 2 outs, and the first pitch is low and away to him from Shea Lake. Cassie still the team leader in home runs with 6, although Matt Churchill did his best job to try and narrow that gap. Churchill now with 5 after hitting 2 during the road trip. And Cassie in a 1-1 count after fouling away that pitch on a swing. The average sitting at .295 for Cassie, who also provides plenty of power behind his bat. 6 doubles, 6 homers for him on the year. He is the second highest batter via slug for the Bellingham Bells. Matt Churchill has that honor with a .528 to Cassie's .468. Two balls and a strike on Bellingham's first baseman with 2 outs. The right-hander's pitch for Victoria is crushed out to left center field, back to the wall, over Shepard's head. Cassie now scampering to second base. The throw coming into the bag. It'll be late as he slides in for a 2-out double as Cassie picks up his 7th double of the season. So a runner into scoring position after that 2-out hit. And the Tulane third baseman, Nate Johnson, made a pair of defensive plays in the top half of the inning. Now he's got a chance to add to his 11 RBI on the year as he plays in his 29th game of the summer for the Bells. The first pitch will be high. A high miss against the 6'5" lefty batting corner infielder. First hit of the game comes off of Cassie's bat. Now he's at second with his leadoff. 102 miles an hour off the bat of Cassie on that one. Just over the left fielder's head, Shepard, who was sprinting back to the warning track to try and snag it, but above his glove and good for the first hit of the game. Now it's Nate Johnson batting with a 2-0 count. Inside, strike given to the starting pitcher, Shea Lake, who retired his first 2 batters. Now a 2-1 on Johnson with 2 outs. Cassie in scoring position at second base. Johnson way early on his swing for the second strike as he fouls it off. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Johnson on the ground, right side, past the second baseman Rice and into right field. Cassie's coming home. Bradshaw's throw is not going to be thrown to home. Bellingham gets their first run on a pair of 2-out hits as Nate Johnson drives in the game's first run on his RBI single to right field.
Next up for the Bells, from the University of Puget Sound designated hitter, number 19, Matt Churchill.
So the offense was hot on the road. They come here at home, and in the first inning already on the scoreboard. And now look out because Matt Churchill is coming to the plate. We mentioned during the road trip for him, the 2 home runs. Churchill may be looking for a power stroke here at home as he'll look at the first pitch and take strike 1. 5 bombs on the year for the Puget Sound catcher, first baseman. DH today, though, as he plays in his 39th game of the summer. The average now has risen all the way to a .324 as well for Churchill as he's early on his swing. Foul ball. It was down the third base line. And 0-2. 10-game hitting streak for Churchill entering tonight. Across those 10 games, he has provided 6 multi-hit games, including a 4-hit game against the Kamloops Northpaws back on July 19th. Pickoff throw to first base. Back safely is Nate Johnson, though. He'll remain at first in the 0-2 count against Matt Churchill. And with 2 outs at the bottom of the first, 1 run in for Bellingham already. That breaking pitch is hit on the ground. Third baseman Rada, his throw in time to first, where Silva has the glove to catch the third out. But the Bells get 1 run in and lead it 1-0 heading into the second frame.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Into the top of the second inning here in Bellingham. The Victoria HarbourCats now trailing your Bells 1-0 after the RBI knock from Nate Johnson to get Bellingham in front. And now back on defense go the Bells. The infield for Bellingham from left to right features Nate Johnson at third, Tyler Peschke at short, Rashad Hayes at second, and Noah Cassie at first. In the outfield, it's Jaden Jackson in left, Bo Schinkel in center, Romanick Keebon in right with Dylan Moss doing the catching. Robbie Zimmerman, of course, the starting pitcher. He had his perfect 1-2-3 first inning to get things started. Now he's been granted the 1-0 lead after the double from Cassie and the RBI single from Nate Johnson to make it 1-0 into the second frame for Jacob Silva. Silva takes the first pitch from Robbie Zimmerman for a ball low. Silva out of the University of Texas at San Antonio, also better known as UTSA, the Division I school. At first base tonight for the HarbourCats. And on a 1-0, he foul tips it back into the glove of Dylan Moss for strike one. 86-mile-an-hour pitch there from Zimmerman. The velocity hasn't been off the charts so far for the lefty in his start, but he'll come home with a 1-1. That's hit on the ground to Nate Johnson, a busy man at third so far tonight, and he has another play. 3 putouts for Johnson and just 4 batters to come up for the HarbourCats. And that'll bring up Michael Rada, the third baseman. Rada getting the start at third from Palomar College, but he is committed to the University of Akron. He'll bat from the right side against the lefty tossing Robbie Zimmerman, who has sat down 4 straight HarbourCats. With a 1-0 lead on the scoreboard, he gets strike one against Michael Rada, swinging and missing at the plate for strike one. No balls and a strike on Rada as Zimmerman tosses home. This on the ground, guess who? Nate Johnson. The third baseman has another clean play. Back-to-back putouts at the hot corner for Nate Johnson. Came through with the RBI single in the first, racking up the first 2 outs in the second. Nate Johnson having a busy start to this game, as now Dylan Lopez, the catcher, will step up to the plate. Right-handed batting catcher out of St. Mary's University, different than St. Mary's College of California, which we've seen a couple players come to the Bells from. St. Mary's University, Texas school, playing in the Lone Star Conference. 0-2 on Dylan Lopez to start the top of the second. It's been back-to-back outs by Zimmerman, and so far 5 straight retired. He's ready to go on the mound, waiting for Lopez to step back in, address him by looking at him. Now the left-handed pitcher will deal in an 0-2. And with 2 outs, it's fouled away. Lopez will see another pitch to keep the top half of the frame alive for the visiting HarbourCats. Silva and Rada both retired by groundouts to third. Zimmerman dealing an 0-2 home. Soft bouncer to the right side of the infield. Rashad Hayes will corral it. His throw to Cassie beats out the runner, and that's 3 up, 3 down once more for Zimmerman. 6 straight retired as we head to the bottom of the second.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Bottom of the second inning in Bellingham, 1-0 the lead for the Bells. Scored in the bottom half of the first on Nate Johnson's RBI knock. And now it is the Victoria HarbourCats back on to defense here in the bottom of the second. Their infield from left to right is looking like Rada at third, Quack at short, Rice at second, Silva at first. In the outfield, Shepard playing left, Chialoy in center, and Bradshaw in right, with Lopez doing the catching for the starter, Lake. Shea Lake surrendered the 1 run in the first inning on 2 hits by Bellingham. The double from Cassie, the RBI knock from Nate Johnson. After another perfect start for Robbie Zimmerman in the top of the second, it'll be Bo Schinkel, Tyler Peschke, and Romanik Kebon coming to the plate for your Bellingham Bells. Schinkel, the Gonzaga center fielder, will do the leading off for Bellingham, playing in his 20th game. Among the team leaders in batting average, sitting above 300. That's going to get you there. He slices away the first pitch for strike one onto the left field grass hill here at Bellingham's Joe Martin Field. Good crowd on hand for this Friday night matchup between the HarbourCats and Bells. First of 3 in a 3-game series. These two teams will play tomorrow at 6:35 and 1:35 on Sunday. Schinkel didn't like the outside pitch, and for good reason. It missed for ball 1. Leadoff center fielder here, the type of batter you would want leading off an inning, even when he's down there at the 6th spot. The .471 on base percentage for Bellingham this summer is the team high. He's drawn 18 walks to go along with his 20 hits. 2-1 inside the miss to Schinkel, so ball 3 against the leadoff man. No walks issued so far for Shea Lake, Victoria's starter. He'll have to find a strike here in this 3-1 count to continue that trend. His right-hander deals home. The 3-1. Schinkel hits it on the ground up the middle. Quack was playing up the middle, but now moving to his right from the shortstop position will secure the first out as he throws it across the silver, the first baseman. Tyler Peschke, the UCLA shortstop, to bat next for Bellingham. Been a workhorse for Bellingham when it comes to just the games played number. 43 games played for him. It's the most on the team. And the home plate umpire is going to say that Shea Lake and Tyler Peschke did not engage with each other. The batter has to look at the pitcher in a set position before he can throw home. Peschke stepped in, ready to go, but Lake this time wasn't ready to go. And now the right-hander will throw home for the first pitch to Peschke. It's a ground ball to the third baseman, Rada. Michael Rada will retire Tyler Peschke on just one pitch. So Shea Lake has himself a pair of outs to start his bottom of the second after giving up the first run of the game in the bottom of 1, but that first run did come with 2 outs. Cassie doubling after the first 2 batters were retired to start that inning, and then Nate Johnson, the next batter, sending Cassie home on his RBI hit. Ramonic Keebon batting next for Bellingham. Keebon just his 13th game with your Bells tonight. A returner from last year. The average sitting at .237 for him, but a third of his hits have gone for extra bases with 3 doubles of his 9 knocks. He's produced 10 runs and 9 RBI on those. Strike 1 called against Keebon, so it's 2 balls and a strike after that 85-mile-an-hour pitch from Shea Lake. The right-handed starter for the HarbourCats looking to post a scoreless inning. Breaking pitch drops in for strike 2 on Keebon. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the lefty batting right fielder. Bottom of the order hitter Dylan Moss on deck for Bellingham. 2-2 home to Ramonic Keebon, misses wide, and a full count now to Keebon. Shea Lake was able to avoid the walk against the leadoff man, Bo Schinkel, but now here with 2 outs, he's got 3 balls and 2 strikes coming home to Ramonic Keebon. Hey, deja vu up the middle on a 3-2 count. Just like Schinkel was retired, Ramonic Keebon will be retired on a similar play to Quack the shortstop to cap off the 1-2-3 inning by the HarbourCats pitching and defense. Into the third, Bellingham leads Victoria 1-0.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Into the third inning here in Bellingham, Washington. Still the 1-0 lead for your Pels. Hey, on the right of your screen, you might see some line dancing going on. It's country night at the ballpark. You got some fans out there that were taught how to line dance, and hey, they did pretty well. I don't know how to line dance. Didn't seem all too complicated, though, for what they were doing out there. Just a couple steps to left, right, moving a circle, yada, yada. Let's get back to baseball. 1-0 your score. Bells leading the Victoria HarbourCats. 6 straight retired for Zimmerman, the starter, as we head into the third, meaning that Cameron Chi-Aloy will bat next for Victoria, the center fielder at the University of Illinois, to do the leading off in the third, followed by Aiden Rice and Riley Quack. Robbie Zimmerman, 6 straight retired. 4 groundouts, 1 lineout, 1 strikeout for the UCLA left-hander. First strike into Chi-Aloy, the center fielder for the HarbourCats tonight. Batting .278, entering his 13th start of the summer tonight. 10 hits in that time. A foul ball puts him down in an 0-2 hole against Robbie Zimmerman, who's just been mowing down these HarbourCats. No balls and 2 strikes. Zimmerman will step off and reset in his 0-2 count. That one just missed high and away to Chi-Aloy, so he'll get another break. Just 22 pitches right now for Robbie Zimmerman, 16 of them for strikes. On the 1-2 home, it's fouled off by Chi-Aloy. Remains in a 1-2 count against the third inning's leadoff man. HarbourCats trailing 1-0 in this game. Trying to break down the starter, Robbie Zimmerman, who so far in the summer has been one of Bellingham's best. Left-hander out of Redondo Beach, headed to UCLA. That wild pitch Moss had to dive for ball 2. No one on base, of course. Still was able to glove it. Two. Bouncing ball to the left side of the infield. Tyler Peschke, the shortstop. Tough throw, and he got it in time. What a play by Peschke. Wasn't an easy try from the shortstop, but his quick grab and throw across beat out Chi-Aloy at first base, who's not a slow runner either. And that was a great way to gain the third inning's first out. Robbie Zimmerman right now trying to bounce back from his 2-inning appearance against the Wenatchee Apple Sox, where he gave up 3 runs. The first 3 runs of the season for him, as he gets strike 1 on Aiden Rice. In 2 innings against the Sox, gave up 4 hits in that game. Bellingham went on to win the game 18-5 either way, so no decision for Zimmerman with 3 runs allowed, just 5 to the Apple Sox that whole game. 3 of those against Zimmerman, which were his first 3 of the year, because he had started off his season with 16 and 2/3 innings pitched straight of scoreless baseball. Now here in an 0-2, trying to continue the scoreless start to this game. Although getting to 2 strikes once again on a batter, he will fail to get his 3rd strike on his 3rd pitch to Aiden Rice, as it missed in the dirt for ball 1. Rice, a second baseman out of the University of Portland for the Victoria HarbourCats tonight. Didn't play this freshman year with the Pilots. Batting here, 190 average for him with Victoria so far. So he lofts this one out to left field, but it'll be a foul ball by about 20 feet. Stays 1-2. Rice just playing in his 9th game of the summer for the HarbourCats. Of his 4 hits, 1 is a double. Ball and 2 strikes on Rice with 1 out in the top of the 3rd. 1-0 lead for Bellingham over Victoria. Zimmerman got a check swing. They peeled down to first, unsuccessful, so Rice stays in his at-bat. Now even against Robbie Zimmerman. Retired 7 straight so far to start off the game here on this Friday night. Now on a 2-2 with 2 outs, or with 1 out, excuse me. He gets his second out on his second strikeout. So there is the second out in the third. Seeing the future for Robbie Zimmerman as he picks up his second out to now face Riley Quack. 186 the batting average for him on the summer through 20 games with Victoria. Quack out of Bossier Parish Community College taking strike 1. Ball and a strike on the shortstop Quack, who's looking to break up the perfect start the first way through Robbie Zimmerman against this HarbourCats order. Fly ball to shallow right field. Keebon in foul territory, going to make the grab on the run just off the right side of your screen. Perfect start the first time through for Robbie Zimmerman. 3 straight innings of 1-2-3 baseball, and we go to the bottom of 3. Bellingham in front of the HarbourCats, 1-0.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Dylan Moss leading off the bottom of the third for your Bellingham Bells, taking ball 1 to start the bottom half of the third inning. It's ball 1 from the starter, Shea Lake. 2 hits allowed, 1 run against him. As Moss lofts this to right field. On the run is Bradshaw, but he'll watch that one twist and landed foul territory for strike 1 against Dylan Moss. The late swing on the 85-mile-an-hour pitch from the starter, Lake. Lake got himself back on track with a perfect 1-2-3 second. Just those 2 hits right now, the 1 blemish for the lone run. On a 1-on-1 pitch to Moss, he swings through it for strike 2. The Stanford catcher at the plate, just shy of a 300 batting average. He was on fire in the road trip for Bellingham. So he'll play in his 36th game tonight, getting the start at catcher in the 9th spot of the order. Takes one low in the dirt to gain an even count against Shea Lake. Two balls in, 2 strikes on Moss. Leadoff man foul tips it back into the glove of Lopez for a strikeout to start the third inning for Shea Lake. That's his first punch out of his start. First time through the order complete. Back to the top in Rashad Hayes. Hayes in his first at-bat flew out to left field. He started off the offensive side of the ball game for Bellingham in the first inning. The leadoff man gets his second at-bat and looks at the first pitch for strike 1, 86 down the middle from the fastball of Shea Lake. He'll loft this one to left field as well, and Logan Shepard will move to his right to put away Hayes for the second out in the third inning. Jaden Jackson will try and continue the third. 2 up, 2 down so far for Bellingham. Jackson grounded out to first in his first at-bat of the night. First pitch swinging, he swats it out to deep right field, back to the wall, and gone for Jaden Jackson. It's a solo shot in the third to double Bellingham's lead. The prodigy headed to UCLA, swatting his third homer of the summer as Jackson makes it 2-0 Bellingham. 352 feet off the bat of Jaden Jackson, 102 off the bat to leave the ballpark. So the big swings that we saw during the road trip continue here at home as it's another home run for Bellingham. Jaden Jackson delivering the solo shot, and another big slugger in Noah Cassie at the plate. He looks at the first pitch for ball one. Cassie had himself a double with 2 outs in the first inning to help score the first run of the game. Now with 2 outs, it's Jaden Jackson in the third, hitting a solo homer to make it 2-0. It's the second home run on the season that Lake has allowed for Victoria. Right now trying to find his way back into the strike zone as he's down 3-0 against Noah Cassie. That an inside strike given to the starter Lake, so he'll have a 3-1 count now on Noah Cassie. Doubled and scored in the first. One of the 3 hits that the Bells have. 2 of them extra bases off of the starter Shea Lake. Cassie ropes that one foul, though. A screamer at 97 off the bat, but early chop from Cassie to make it now a full count, 3-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Payoff pitch coming from the right-hander Shea Lake with 2 outs. Cassie a bouncer left side of the infield foul, though, before it reached Michael Rada, the third baseman. And we'll see another payoff pitch coming from Victoria's starter. Three balls and 2 strikes on Noah Cassie with 2 outs. 1 run in the third to make it 2-0 Bellingham. A 3-2. That one missed wide to Cassie, and the inning will continue on a 2-out walk following the solo home run. Nate Johnson came through with an RBI knock in the first inning that helped Bellingham get on the scoreboard to start off the game, but since then the lead has doubled off of a solo homer from Jackson, and now it's Nate Johnson taking ball 1 to start his second at-bat of the night. Noah Cassie at first after the first walk issued from the starter Lake. Right-hander has allowed 3 hits and a walk for 2 runs. This is Johnson's foul ball puts him in a 1-1 count. This one is pulled down the right field line by Johnson and into the corner. Bradshaw will corral it there for the HarbourCats to keep Noah Cassie at second, but now 3 straight have reached against Lake with 2 outs in the third. A solo homer from Jackson, the walk from Cassie, and now a single for Johnson, which is his second of the night. Matt Churchill going to bat. Another guy that could hurt you here, although he only had a ground out in his first at-bat. Churchill out of the University of Puget Sound, down in Tacoma here in Washington State. 2 outs batting for the Bells, and breaking pitch he was late on for strike 1. It was center cut, but Churchill could not time it up from Shea Lake, the starter for the HarbourCats. So now 0-1 against the Bellingham Bells designated hitter, and a pickoff throw goes back to second base where Noah Cassidy dives head first back safely. 2 outs, 2 men on for Matt Churchill and the Bells. 2-0 the lead in the bottom of the third. That one in the other batter's box for a miss to Matt Churchill. Lopez, the catcher, gloved it. Ball and a strike. 1-1 fastball low to Churchill. Just missed below the zone from Lakes, and now 2-1. Another move back to second where Cassie's safe at. So Lake, after gaining six straight outs to finish the first, second, and then start the third, has allowed 3 straight batters to reach against him with 2 down here in the inning. 2-1 to Churchill home. Half-hearted swing from Matt Churchill for strike 2. Kind of an awkward try at it at the plate from that breaking pitch. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Churchill looks at strike 3, and that's how the third inning will finish. The second strikeout for Shea Lake, but the damage done with another run on Jaden Jackson's solo homer. It's 2-0 going into the fourth.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Into the fourth inning in tonight's Friday night action between the Bellingham Bells and the Victoria HarbourCats. 2-0 the score after Jaden Jackson's solo homer in the bottom of the third to go along with Nate Johnson's RBI hit in the first. And now Victoria's chasing 2 runs against the starter, Robbie Zimmerman. So far has been untouchable. First time through the order, nothing allowed. Here to start the fourth, it'll be a deep fly ball to right field, but Bo Schinkel on the run into the shadows out in right center just before the warning track has the glove for the first out in the fourth. Brian Bradshaw struck out as one of the 2 that Zimmerman has so far through 3 1/3 innings pitched. Now the right fielder will see his second at-bat coming with 1 out in the top of the fourth. 10 in a row sat down by Zimmerman in his start. One out, his first pitch to Bradshaw, missed low and away. Zimmerman, 36 pitches, 24 of them for strikes. He's cruising so far, trying to continue that into the fourth. Breaking pitch called for a strike as it came in from the lefty Zimmerman. So now 1-1 on the right fielder of Victoria. Fouled back on a late swing from Bradshaw. Zimmerman back to the fastball there to get himself ahead 1-2. Zimmerman's 1-2. Early swing from Bradshaw. That'll get out of play on the right side. You'll see another pitch coming from the left-hander. One-two from Zimmerman. Bouncing ball to the infielder Tyler Peschke at short. Running throw, good for the second out in the fourth. Logan Shepard next up. Grounded out to third in his first at-bat. 2 up, 2 down to start the fourth inning for Robbie Zimmerman. Two-out pitch to the former West Coast League All-Star is ball one. Strike one that time as Zimmerman finds the zone. For Logan Shepard on his West Coast League season, .299 the batting average through 29 games. 1-1 swing and miss out in front of that pitch from Zimmerman for strike two. Ball and 2 strikes now with 2 outs. That is missed just outside for ball 2. Borderline pitch from Zimmerman, but the second ball into Logan Shepard. Deuces wild with a 2-ball, 2-strike count and 2 outs. 2-0 the lead for Bellingham in the top of the fourth. That one is called for strike 3. The fastball up to 89 as Zimmerman sits down Shepard for his third strikeout. The left-hander perfect through 4. As we go into the bottom of the fourth inning, 2-0 Bellingham's lead.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Bottom of the fourth inning in Bellingham, Washington. So far, we've seen a great ball game by your Bells. 2-0 the lead as we welcome you into the bottom of the fourth inning. I'm Zen Hill. Hope you're joining us here on the Bells YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in if you are. 2-0 the lead right now for the home team against the Victoria HarbourCats in the first game of 3 between the Bells and HarbourCats here at Joe Martin Field. Bo Schinkel will do the leading off for the home team Bells. Ground out to short. His first at-bat. If Shea Lake is looking for a potential bounce-back inning, this is the same order where in the second inning he sat down the Bells in order 1, 2, 3. So Schinkel here batting after looking at strike 1. There's an 0-2 start to the at-bat, and Shea Lake after surrendering the solo homer in the third, down 2-0 in the game, but it's in reach for the HarbourCats for sure. And the starter so far off to a 0-3 start against Bo Schinkel, but the wild pitch is going to result in a drop third strike to Bo Schinkel. So it is a strikeout swinging, wild pitch reaching for Bo Schinkel. The drop third strike rule coming into play there. One of the more odd rules in baseball. If you swing and miss at your third strike, but the catcher doesn't catch it, you can take off to first and take first base safely, and Schinkel did just that. Now Peschke will lay down a bunt back to the pitcher. So the sacrifice goes down as the first out to move Schinkel up to second base. Dominic Keebon will bat next. Interesting start to the 4th inning for Bellingham as they put a runner in scoring position on a drop third strike and a sac bunt. It'll now bring up Dominic Keebon. Foul tips his first pitch for strike 1. No balls and a strike on the lefty batting Keebon after a ground out too short for him in his first at bat. Keebon takes the first ball of his count, second time up. 9 RBI for Keebon on the summer out at the University of Washington where he is headed, coming from Nevada the past year. Throw back to first where Bo Schinkel is safe. Schinkel is the Bell's team leader in steals at second base. Keebon held a .342 batting average in 50 games for Nevada this collegiate year. Just .237 in a very small sample size with the Bells, and can see that change. We've seen the batting averages really fluctuate for some of those guys that were late add-ons. KJ Otori has caught fire, Schinkel as well. Keebon trying to have his turnaround moment, trying to start it here in a 2-1 count in the bottom of the 4th of tonight's game. On a breaking pitch, he takes a low strike. 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Schinkel will dive back into second base with another move there from the starter, Shea Lake. Two. Keebon just spoils it to stay alive. So far, it's been hot and cold innings for Shea Lake. In the first, allowed a run off the 2 hits in that inning. Went 1-2-3 in the second, but then in the third, gave up the solo homer. Also allowed a walk and another hit. And now here in the 4th, started off with a strikeout with a drop third strike as a runner in scoring position, and he's looking for a way to put away Dominic Keebon following Tyler Peschke's sacrifice bunt. 1 out and a 2-2 count on Keebon. Another move back to second. Schinkel just dancing around back there, getting some throws from Shea Lake to keep him distracted and keep him mindful of the runner. 11 steals, only 1 time caught for Bo Schinkel in a Bell's uniform. Keebon sends this out to left field on a line. Schinkel will get the green light as Shepard throws home. It is not in time as Lopez's tag was not applied on Schinkel. The throw beat it, but the tag late. Schinkel in to make it 3-0 on the RBI single from Dominic Keebon. Bang-bang play at home that doesn't go the HarbourCats' way, and Bellingham's lead grows another run. That was a great throw by Shepard on a line to home plate. Just unable to gun down the runner, though. And now Dylan Moss will bat with 1 out, and now Keebon at second base after advancing on the throw following his RBI single. We're going to have a quick meeting here between Lake and the catcher. Looks like their pitch comm may be malfunctioning. Schinkel was rounding third right when Shepard made the throw. Throw came on a hop home. And just looking at the replay, he slid just under the tag, getting his left hand in there before Lopez applied the tag is what it looks like. Really close play at home. And Bellingham, as a result, has a 3-0 lead. So 3-0 the score. 1 out on the scoreboard here in the bottom of the 4th. Dominic Keebon in scoring position. Dylan Moss at the plate after striking out. Outside fastball misses for ball 1 to him. Out in front of the breaking pitch for strike 1. That run scoring here in the third after the drop third strike that put Schinkel on base. Instead of it being 2 outs and no runners on, you just have Keybon with a lone single, but instead the drop third strike off the wild pitch, making it a run into scorer. It does go down as an earned run, the wild pitch against Shea Lake, the pitcher himself. And a wild pitch is not counted the same way as an error, where it can affect the earned runs. Moss swinging through his second strike, so now 2 balls and 2 strikes as he missed that fastball low. So it's 3 runs on Shea Lake so far with 5 hits and a walk against him. Two breaking pitch to Moss makes it a full count as it missed low. Payoff pitch to Moss. He's down on strikes once again.
Now batting for the Bells, number 20, Rashad Hayes.
So 2 outs following that swing and miss from Moss, and the lineup card turns over for the 3rd time already in the 4th inning for Bellingham. Hayes so far 0 of 2, pair of flyouts to left field for him. First pitch bounces away from the catcher, but Dominic Keybon staying at second base. Two outs and Keybon still at second base, a 1-0 count for Rashad Hayes. Lake, the pitcher, missing on 2 straight times to Hayes. Keybon coming through with the RBI single to make it 3-0 here in the inning. 1 run and now the 1st, 3rd, and 4th innings for Bellingham in this game 1 of 3 between the HarbourCats and Bells. Bells trying to keep their momentum of 5 straight wins into the final 6 days of baseball during the regular season, that is. All being played here at home. 3 straight games against the HarbourCats, and then Monday we start off 3 straight more games against the Edmonton Riverhawks to finish the regular season. Bells right now in a great position to make the playoffs, maybe even a chance to earn a top seed. Some things go our way. Magic number sitting at 2 just for a playoff berth right now. Two and 1 to Hayes. Just a bit outside for ball 3. Two outs, 3 and 1 the count on Hayes. Hayes on the ground to the shortstop. Quack, I wish you could see it. It's a low throw, and it gets away from the first baseman. Keybon gonna take off for home and score. Now you can see half the play at least. 4-0 as that run comes in off the error from the shortstop, Quack. And now a mound visit for the HarbourCats. Looks like Victoria is going to go into their bullpen here in the bottom of the 4th with 2 outs. Lake can't get out of it. He'll exit with a 4-0 deficit.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapist and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. So here in the bottom of the fourth inning, the HarbourCats have gone to their bullpen for the first time in tonight's game. We also have an official score on the last play with that kind of infield error, what it is officially scored as. Base hit for Rashad Hayes. The run only scoring, though, on an E6 throw, so it's still an unearned run, with Keybon scoring on the error, but a single to Hayes for his first of the game. It'll be the sixth hit. And exiting is Shea Lake after 3 2/3 innings of pitching. And Jaden Jackson will be up after hitting his solo homer in the third. He is going to face Leif Frederick. 7 1/3 innings pitch for this right-hander who takes over for the HarbourCats. First pitch to Jaden Jackson with 2 outs is ball 1. So we'll see how the scoreline finishes for the starter, Shea Lake. 3 2/3 right now, sitting with 4 runs, 3 of them earned on 6 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Jackson at the plate, seeing 2 straight misses for a 2-0 count. Leif Friedrich coming in relief here out of Concordia, Nebraska. And a 3-0 count against Jaden Jackson with a man at first. Friedrich misses again, that one outside, so it will be a 4-pitch walk against the first batter he faces. Noah Cassie will come up. Double and a walk for him in the game so far. And now a chance to keep adding to the 4-0 lead that Bellingham has established themselves with a 2-run fourth inning. Friedrich's 2-out pitch home to Cassie is a breaking pitch for strike 1. 0-1. Cassie sprays it out to right field for a base knock. Bradshaw fields it and throws home as Hayes will come in safely to score and make it 5-0. So Cassie comes through with the RBI single to make it 5-0. Bellingham's offense has posted 3 runs. That run scoring will finish off the final line for the starter, Shea Lake, who gives up 5 runs, with 4 of them coming earned. Now Nate Johnson up with men at the corner. Jackson at third. Cassie at first. Strike 1 on that swing from Nate Johnson. Pair of hits so far for Johnson. 1 RBI coming in the first. Chance to add to that line. Lined straight to the third baseman and gloved. That'll be the third out. Finally for the HarbourCats getting out of the fourth, but 3 runs of damage done by Bellingham. It's 5-0 as we go into the fifth.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Fifth inning of West Coast League baseball on a Friday night between the Bellingham Bells and the Victoria HarbourCats. The offense posting 3 runs for the home team in the fourth to make it 5-0. What the offense did almost made us forget what Robbie Zimmerman has done so far pitching. And on this first batter, he forces a pop-up towards the visitors' dugout. Nate Johnson was ranging to try and make the play but could not make the catch just over the fence. It's Jacob Silva batting for the HarbourCats. Through 4 innings for Robbie Zimmerman, he has faced the minimum each time without allowing a base runner. And in the fifth, holds the 5-0 lead. Zimmerman has thrown 44 pitches. Same number of pitches that rest on the left-hander's jersey. Now the leadoff man in the fifth trying to get the offense going for the HarbourCats, down 5. On a line to Hayes, the second baseman catches the line out for the first out in the fifth.
Next up for the HarbourCats, number 47, Michael Rada.
Michael Rada, ground out to third in his first at-bat as the third baseman will go again here for the HarbourCats. First pitch in is ball 1 from Zimmerman. Rada hit .373 with Palomar College this year, crushed 10 homers and 19 doubles for a .632 slugging percentage. Gets out in front of strike 1 there. And it's Robbie Zimmerman, the left-hander. He's got himself 3 strikeouts. Mainly has been forcing ground balls. Just 2 flyouts. I guess 2 lineouts as well. So far of his 13 outs, the rest have been ground outs. One-two to Rada. And there it is. That's the first hit of the game for the HarbourCats. A bouncing single into center field. So 4 1/3 perfect by Robbie Zimmerman. He'll give up his first base runner here in the fifth on a single from Michael Rada to break up both the no-hitter and the perfect game try from the left-hander. But what a great start for him. That's about as far into a start as I think we've gotten this year, into something perfect. And in the fifth, the HarbourCats get their first base runner with 1 out. As now Dylan Lopez will bat. This one caught on a half leap by Peschke. Back throw to first. Oh, Cassie was off of the bag, stretching for it. Nearly got the double play. But we will love the outgain from Tyler Peschke on that liner that he snared with a small little hop to get the second out. Nearly doubled off Rada. With 2 outs, it will continue for the HarbourCats to the center fielder, Chialoy. you got to think giving up the first hit in the fifth here. Sure, obviously, I think everyone was thinking about it when they came out on defense here in the fifth. Like, hey, this has been a pretty good start to the game. But now giving up the first hit, maybe you can relax a little bit, knowing that, yeah, you can allow a base runner or so. They'll allow a base runner right there, and Chi Aloy's base knocked to right field on the ground. It's now 2 singles in the fifth for the HarbourCats after not having a base runner through the first 4 and a third innings. With 1 out, they've picked up 2 hits, and now there's 2 outs with 2 runners on for the HarbourCats in the top of the fifth, with Aiden Rice batting next for the visitors. Rice to right center field and down for another Victoria hit. Coming in to score is Rada. Being held at third is Chi Aloy. An RBI single by Aiden Rice to get Victoria's first run of the game in on now 3 hits in the inning. So Robbie Zimmerman was perfect through his first 4 innings, gained the first out in the fifth, but 3 hits in this inning have Victoria on the scoreboard for the first time tonight as the HarbourCats look for a late rally as we enter the second half of this ball game. The lead is 4 for Bellingham, up 5-1. Runners on the corners for the HarbourCats with 2 outs, and for Riley Quack, the shortstop out of Bossier Parish. And Jim Clem will come out to the mound. Robbie Zimmerman, the starting left-hander, sitting at 52 pitches. Incoming UCLA freshman, talking over the Bell's pitching coach. Probably a lot of emotions going through his head. You give up your first base runner in the fifth after, once you get through 4 innings of a perfect start, that's when you really start thinking, okay, maybe it's a possibility because you're approaching about halfway through. And just the second time through the order, thinking, okay, if I can get through the second time through the order, then I've just got the back half of the innings to hopefully get covered by the bullpen, and maybe we get a combined action of a perfect game. But the 1-out single ending that dream for Zimmerman and the Bells, but seems like Robbie maybe just needs to refocus in on what he was doing well through the first 4 innings. Forcing ground balls, although it has all been weak contact, right? You had the single to center as the first hit, a weak ground ball to right field as a second hit. Rice just got that one a little bit harder hit to get the first run of the game in, and now Riley Quack will bat with 2 outs, men on the corners. On a check swing, he goes around for strike 1. Umpire yelling at the HarbourCats dugout. Field umpire. Telling them to shut it down. Hey. Zimmerman throwing the 0-1 home. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Oh, 2 with 2 outs. Soft fly ball to right field. Keybon in, and he'll have the 3rd out to strand 2 runners. Robbie Zimmerman flirts with perfection, but is tagged for 1 run in the 5th and will exit with a 5-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway home here in Bellingham.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Halfway through this Friday night ball game between the Victoria HarbourCats and Bellingham Bells, it's a 5-1 lead for the home team in the first game of 3 between these two North Division foes. Bellingham Bells, second-best record in the North Division at 31-17 entering tonight. The Victoria HarbourCats in a tie for the third-best record with the 26-22 record, even with the Edmonton Riverhawks and the Nanaimo Night Owls. And not far behind them, just by one game, is the Kelowna Falcons. It's going to be a close playoff race down the stretch here. HarbourCats down in this one as Matt Churchill will start things off for Bellingham in the bottom of the 5th. He takes the first pitch high and inside for ball 1 to start off the 5th inning. It will be the first clean inning of relief for the relief pitcher for the HarbourCats, who came in during the 4th inning, Leif Friedrich. He allowed a walk and a run-scoring hit in the 4th inning. It's part of the 3-run frame for Bellingham, but none of those runs against him, all against the starter, Shea Lake. Lake went 3 2/3 innings, giving up 6 hits and 1 walk for 5 runs, 4 of them earned, and had 4 strikeouts. Friedrich here for the bottom of the 5th on a 1-1 count on Matt Churchill, Bellingham's designated hitter, who is late on his swing for strike 2. The up and in pitch from the right-hander, Friedrich. One, 2, 90-mile-an-hour pitch from the right-hander, missing high to Matt Churchill. Tonight, Churchill 0 of 2 with a grounder and a strikeout. Just able to get his bat to that 2-2 pitch to stay alive on the foul ball. .259 batting average for Churchill with UPS this collegiate season. He's headed into his junior campaign with the Loggers. 18 career home runs for him with the University of Puget Sound. 5 with Bellingham this summer. Another foul tip to stay in a 2-2 count. Churchill, Schinkel, and Peschke coming up for Bellingham in the game tonight, here in the bottom of the 5th. Now a 2-2. Just missed high. So 3-2. And now a payoff pitch coming to the leadoff man. Churchill works the leadoff walk. Second walk issued by Friedrich. And the man will be at first for Bo Schinkel. Bottom of the order looking for some production. Just one base hit across Churchill, Schinkel, Peschke, Keebon, and Moss. Bottom 5 hitters with just the 1 hit and now the walk for Churchill. Schinkel 0 of 2 with a ground out and a strikeout, but reached on the drop third strikeout in the 4th inning. Now he bunts it down. The third baseman will charge. Rada could not field it cleanly. Now no one covering third base, but Matt Churchill will stay at second. So Schinkel bunts for a hit there to put runners at first and second. And now a mound visit for the HarbourCats. With 2 runners on and no outs, Victoria was trying to mount the comeback with 1 run in the 5th. Just some positive momentum for them. Finally getting to the starter, Robbie Zimmerman, for their first hit. But here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 base runners reaching against the relief pitcher, Friedrich, who now through 5 batters faced has allowed 4 of them to reach base. It makes sense why the HarbourCats are taking a mound visit. 2 hits and 2 walks issued from Leif Friedrich in relief. Only 1 out gained in that time as well. And, of course, no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Tyler Peschke taking some dry swings there at the plate as he waits for the mound visit to finish. So now Tyler Peschke into the right-handed batter's box. First baseman Silva playing well in on the infield as Peschke's showing bunts. Pulls it back, though, and then looks at strike one. Peschke showing bunt again after seeing his first strike. Pulls it back, and then misses again for an 0-2 count. Now he definitely won't be flashing bunt. HarbourCats defense goes back to just the corners in and the middle straight up. For the 0-2 count on Bellingham shortstop Peschke, a ground out and a sacrifice bunt for him in the game. First and second runners for Peschke and the Bells. Fights off the breaking pitch to stay alive. Friedrich will have to deliver another one in the zone against Peschke. Oh, 2. Peschke went around, and that'll be a strikeout. So he goes down swinging for the first strikeout for Friedrich in relief. And the first out in the bottom of the fifth. Dominic Keebon, the next man for Bellingham. 1 of 2 with an RBI single coming last inning in the fourth. Sent home Bo Schinkel. Now he's got Matt Churchill at second. Schinkel behind him at first for the lefty batting Keebon. Sent a line drive out to left field to deliver that run-scoring hit in the fourth as part of the 3-run inning for Bellingham that helped make this game 5-1. After a first pitch miss to Keebon, Friedrich set and ready for the 1-0 with 1 out. Breaking pitch to Keebon is strike 1. Keebon had a .364 batting average in 20 games with the Bells last summer. Big part of that was his .500 batting average during the 5 playoff games, where he came through with 5 clutch RBI to help get the Bells to the West Coast League title. This one he sends out to right field. Won't score a run, as Bradshaw, the right fielder, got the throw in, but it loads the bases with only 1 out, as it's Keebon's second hit of the night. And now bases juiced with only 1 out. Dylan Moss having a struggle to start his night. A pair of strikeouts, both swinging. Trying to put together a good at-bat here to add to the 5-1 lead that Bellingham has over Victoria here in the series opener. Moss takes the first pitch for a strike. Didn't agree with it at the plate. Now he'll have to work his way back. Into left field on the ground, a hot bouncer. Shepard will field it, and the runner is held at third after the Bells go station to station on Dylan Moss's RBI single with the bases loaded. And the lead is back up to 5 as Bellingham plates their 6th run of the night, with Matt Churchill scoring on that base hit from Dylan Moss.
Back to the top of the order for the Bells. Number 20, Rashad Hayes.
So Schinkel will be at third now, Keebon at second, Moss at first. Some good speed on the base paths for Rashad Hayes. He wants to try and clear these bases with a potential double into the corners. Hayes picked up an infield single and scored a run in the 4th inning. He's 1 of 3. Pitch high and away to Rashad Hayes to start the at-bat against Bellingham's second baseman. Another inning, another run put on the board by Bellingham. The only frame they haven't scored in is the second through our first 5 innings tonight. Hayes fouling back, strike 1. 1 run of damage in the first, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth now to make it 6-1 over Victoria here in the first game of 3 between the HarbourCats and Bells. Oh, Hayes lost his bat on the foul ball. It'll be strike 2 and a walk of shame to go grab the wood that he threw off to the left side behind home plate. Right in front of the fans in the club seats. Jaden Jackson will have some extra grip for him. Man in the on-deck circle for Bellingham. Hayes sprays down the bat. We'll toss the aerosol can back to Jackson, who throws the relay back towards the Bells' first base dugout. Now resuming the 1-2 count for Rashad Hayes. Fix the glove, fix the hat, tap his bat, and then step in the right-handed batter's box. Ball and 2 strikes on him with the bases loaded, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Friedrich's pitch to him. He spoils away. Another foul ball from Hayes, but still 1-2. Hayes ended his freshman year with just 2 hits and 14 at-bats. He's headed into his sophomore campaign with Stanford. 1-2 pitch to him. Foul ball once again. 90-mile-an-hour fastball was high from Friedrich, and Hayes spoiled it off to see another 1-2 pitch. Foul ball just off of Hayes' bat. Lopez, the catcher, couldn't squeeze it. Friedrich just tries to find a way to put away this Bellingham Bell leadoff man who's batting with the bases loaded. Only 1 out in the 5th as well. Double play is the best case scenario for the HarbourCats. They want to keep this at a 5-run game. Strikeout will work well, though, as the right-hander looks for that, and he'll get just that. The breaking pitch sitting down Hayes for Friedrich's 2nd strikeout in the inning to put 2 outs on the scoreboard here in the bottom of the 5th. Jaden Jackson can add to a potential big night here with a swing much similar to the one we saw in the 3rd, the solo homer from him. Now he'll try and deliver something big with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th. Have to come with 2 outs as they're juiced up. Attack the first pitch for his solo homer, but he'll instead look at the first pitch for strike 1 on the 89-mile-an-hour fastball to Bellingham's left fielder. Jackson walked in his last plate appearance that came in the 4th following his solo homer in the 3rd. He's 1 of 2. A run scored and an RBI, of course, coming on that solo shot out to right field. 355 feet off the bat of Jackson in that 3rd inning. KG Hattori hit a grand slam against the Marion Berries during that road series for Bellingham, the most recent series for them during the start of this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday picked up a sweep over the Berries. KG Hattori had the grand slam. Maybe Jackson trying to get one here at home. Although we'll take anything else, it just continues the 5th. 3 balls and a strike. Narrow miss on the outside to the lefty batting Jackson. Now Friedrich needs a strike. We'll see if Jackson goes after it in the 3-1 count. 2-out pitch coming from the right-hander. It is ball 4, and a bases-loaded walk will add to the lead. Now 7-1. As the 2-out free pass allows Schinkel to score. And Noah Cassie is up next, working on a perfect night for him. 2 of 2 with a walk, double, and a single. Runs scored and an RBI for Cassie. So Schinkel scoring on that bases-loaded walk. Station to station, continue the Bells with 2 outs. Keon at 3rd, Moss at 2nd, and at 1st is Jackson with that foul ball from Cassie being strike 1. And the start is at bat. Strike 2 on Cassie, so an 0-2 start here against the first baseman, who will call time. With 2 outs, 2 runs are in the 5th. Base is still loaded for Bellingham. 7-1 the lead. Mentioned the offense's power surge during the road trip and has continued tonight. 7-1, a 6-run lead over Victoria. Bells scored 9 or more runs in all of their road wins during the 6-game road trip against Wenatchee and Marion. 9 or more runs in their last 5 straight wins. Tonight, 7. They lead it in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs for Cassie and a 1-2 count. Friedrich's pitch at home to Cassie. Towering fly ball will get back out of play. It'll just be a foul ball to Cassie. It stays 1-2. One, two coming to Cassie. Skies it, heading foul in right field, and Bradshaw, the right fielder, does not have a play. Another foul ball from Cassie. So far, that's been the case for Friedrich. He just can't find a way to miss these bats. Found a way against Rashad Hayes after laboring through that at bat a little bit, and finally got him on the breaking pitch away. See if he goes to that here against another right-handed batter in Cassie. He's got balls to work with. He can expand the zone a little bit. Try and get a chase on the 1-2. He'll miss inside and high on that pitch to Cassie for ball 2. 2 strikeouts in the frame for Friedrich, though, so he has got some swing and miss. He'll try and look for his 3rd. To cap off the 5th inning with only 2 runs allowed of damage. Cassie, a soft bouncer up the middle. Rice, a glove toss to Quackett, second base to finish off the 5th. 2-run score for Bellingham, and it's a 6-run lead into the 6th inning.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. In the 6th inning of this Bellingham Bells baseball game, hosting the Victoria HarbourCats for the first game of 3. It's a 7-1 lead for the home team as Nick Peterson will take over in relief for Robbie Zimmerman, another lefty pitcher for Bellingham. Peterson taking over after Robbie Zimmerman threw the first 5 innings of this game, including the first 4 innings and even the first out in the 5th. Perfect from Zimmerman. In the 5th inning, though, he did allow 3 base hits for 1 run, the only run for the HarbourCats tonight. And Zimmerman did not allow a walk and had 3 strikeouts. Nick Peterson will take over on the hill, coming off of 5 innings of work against Wenatchee on the 25th. He earned the win in the 11-10 victory for the Bells in that game. Peterson pitching the final 5 innings of the ballgame after Parker Warner could only get 1 out in his start. David Weiser had to pitch the next 3 2/3. And then Peterson finished off the final 5. A comebacker from the leadoff man, Cron, will start off the top of the 6th with the first out. Brian Bradshaw is 0 of 2. Bradshaw has struck out and grounded out 2 short. Left on left matchup here for Nick Peterson. Peterson, a guy that I was surely excited to hear was coming back to Bellingham after seeing him pitch for us in 2024, where he was a West Coast League All-Star. I was thrilled to hear that the UC Santa Barbara Junior was coming once again back to Bellingham this summer. We saw his brother throw for us last year in 2025, Colt Peterson. He's currently playing in the Cape Cod League out of Stanford. This inside of the bat blooping base hit just drops into right field. Some weak contact getting Bradshaw the knock as the HarbourCats pick up their 4th hit. With 1 out, Logan Shepard will have a man at first. Last summer, Nick Peterson spent 6 2/3 of an inning in the North Woods League with the Mankato Moondogs. Back in the WCL here for 2026 after 30 1/3 innings pitched with Bellingham in 2024. Peterson held an 0.89 ERA that year. Premier reliever. He's been stretched out so far in his 2026 summer here with the Bells. Mentioned the 5 innings against Wenatchee. He pitched 4 against Kamloops, 3 against the Cascade Collegiate League. Also had his debut 1 inning against Bombat Northwest. Just 2 runs allowed so far in relief, both of those coming against Wenatchee on the 25th of July. But in that Apple Sock appearance, he had 9 punch-outs during his 5 innings. Ball called to Logan Shepard, so 2-1. In his 9 league innings, Nick Peterson has 13 strikeouts to just 1 walk with 6 hits allowed. Runner going on the 2-1, swing and a miss. Moss throws down, and I believe it's going to be interference. Shepard swung through, and as he was swinging, stepped over home plate as Moss was trying to throw, and the runner is going to be out on interference from the batter. And just a moment out in the infield as well for Bellingham's defender Rashad Hayes, it looks like, who is good to go. No trainer needed to come out for him. Maybe just caught a bit of the slide. I was more focused on what was going on at home plate because I figured it was going to be an interference call. HarbourCats getting some confirmation on that. Interference on the batter in that situation results in the base runner being out, not the batter. So it'll wipe the bases clean. Bradshaw's single now washed away with an out. And Shepard in a 2-2 count. Peterson comes home with 2 outs. Foul tip. Shepard just got the slightest edge of his wood on that to stay alive. Shepard struck out looking in the 4th, grounded out in the 1st. Nick Peterson in relief his 1st inning, working after the amazing start from Robbie Zimmerman across 5 frames. Shepard spoils the 2-2 pitch once again. We'll see another coming home from the left-hander Peterson. He deals a low 90s fastball from the left-handed side. It can cause trouble for hitters who often don't see that. Some of these guys in the WCL not seeing a lot of velocity like that. Shepard, of course, from Mercer University, sees plenty. And on a 2-2, he flies it to center field. Bo Schinkel, the Gonzaga center fielder for Bellingham, will have the 3rd out on a can of corn to finish the top half of the 6th. It's 7-1, Bellingham leading into the bottom of 6.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Bottom of the 6th inning here in Bellingham. 7-1 the lead for the home team as Nate Johnson will come to the plate. Start off the home half of the 6th inning with the Bells leading by 6. It is still Leif Friedrich out there pitching. So far an inning and a third of work with 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 4 hits, and 2 runs against him. HarbourCats bullpen is active, but it is the right-hander coming out back for the 6th inning. Despite giving up a lot of traffic in the 5th for the 2 runs scored against him in that frame. And just that inning had 2 walks and 3 hits issued. Johnson tonight, 2 for 3 at the plate. 2 singles and an RBI. Late strike given on the outside to Friedrichs in relief. 2 strikeouts in that 5th inning. Johnson swings and just got the slightest piece of it for strike 2 and a foul tip. As the Tulane corner infielder bats now is a 1-2 count against the leadoff man in the 6th inning for Bellingham. Nate Johnson, Matt Churchill, Bo Schinkel, batters due up here in the 6th. 1-2, lofted high out to right field. This one with some loft. Back to the warning track is Bradshaw, and he'll make the catch just about a foot in front of the wall. That one traveling 315 feet in order to get it out of the ballpark out in right field. You got to clear 320 here in Bellingham, and maybe just a little bit under that one for Johnson. 90 miles an hour off the bat, 32-degree launch angle. Fly ball all the way to Bradshaw for the first out. So Nate Johnson still chasing that potential first homer in a Bells uniform. Matt Churchill, he's got 5 of those, and he'll bat with 1 out. After taking ball 1, Friedrich set for the 1-out pitch. It is taken by Churchill for strike 1. Swing and a miss from Churchill for strike 2. HarbourCats last season were 32-22, trying to get back into the postseason. Right now, 26-22 on the season. They need to win their last 6 games to match last season's record. Record that got them into the opening round of the playoffs, but they fell to the Edmonton Riverhawks. Pretty stacked North Division last year. Kind of looking like it's going to be the same thing this year. 6 teams are really in playoff contention for the North. All those teams, a couple games above 500 as we enter the final 6-game stretch of the regular season. In 11 total team seasons for the HarbourCats, not counting the 2 missed during COVID, Victoria has been to the playoffs 7 times, including 5 straight years from 2019 to 2025 without those COVID years in between. As Churchill's pop-up to the infield is caught by Quack, the shortstop, and 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning for Friedrich. HarbourCats have been to 3 West Coast League championship games, but they've lost all 3 to the same opponent as well, 2017 to Corvallis, and in 2019, and in 2023. trying to get back there here in the big 2026. As Bo Schinkel bats here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 outs and a 7-1 lead for Bellingham over the Victoria HarbourCats. Schinkel, the Bellingham Bells center fielder, 1 of 3 tonight with 2 runs scored. Reached on a single and a drop third strike. Up and in 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Missing to Bo Schinkel for ball 1. HarbourCats have not had a 1-2-3 frame since the 2nd inning. Haven't had a scoreless frame since that 2nd. Now a strike away from that after Schinkel swung and missed at strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes on the lefty batting outfielder for Bellingham. 2 up, 2 down on flyouts from Johnson and Churchill. Friedrich set for a 1-2 pitch. And Schinkel lofts it to left center field. Should do it in the 6th inning as Chialoy in center field will retire his counterpart to send us to the 7th. It's 7-1 Bellingham.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. 7th inning of West Coast League Baseball on tap here for you on the Bells YouTube channel. I'm Zen Hill. We've got a 7-1 lead for the home team, the Bellingham Bells, here in the first game of 3 between the HarbourCats and Bells. Victoria took 2 out of 3 during their home series against Bellingham. Right now the Bells, 6 runs the difference into the 7th as they try and take the first of 3 during their homestand hosting Victoria. Tomorrow night's game starting at 6:35. Sundays will be at 1:35. Looks like we got a giveaway for you tomorrow. A Bells trucker hat. Looks kind of cool. Baby blue front. Of course, the trucker hat back. And the Bells logo on the front, which is the B logo with the bell on it. One of the alternate logos. And I think that's a nice hat. I have to grab one myself. We also have a 1:35 Sunday game at the ballpark. There'll be another giveaway on August 4th. When we're hosting the Riverhawks, and then firework night to close out the regular season on the 5th. Jacob Silva doing the leading off for the HarbourCats in the 7th. First baseman has gone 0 of 2, facing Nick Peterson in the 7th inning. At a hard liner out to left center field, headed for the gap. Jackson cuts it off to keep it to a single. But Silva will start the 7th inning with a base knock. Nick Peterson was able to work around a single in the 6th with the help of an interference call that led to him facing just the minimum in his first inning of relief. I mean, this could be a 2-pitcher game where we have Robbie Zimmerman going 5, nearly perfect through 5, and then Nick Peterson coming in. We've seen him being stretched out for long relief outings. Of course, it's all about the pitch count, so see how he works through the rest of these innings. Michael Rada fouling away the first pitch for strike 1. Rada was the man who broke up the perfect game in the 5th inning, getting a single with 1 out in the 5th, taking away the no-hitter and the perfect bid at just 1 swing. He'll now bat here with the man at first. Rada down 0-2. initially out of Great Oaks High School in California. No balls and 2 strikes. Rada also the only HarbourCat to touch home, scoring on the RBI knock from Rice. Back in the 5th. On a 0-2, he got a piece of it to spoil away the pitch from Nick Peterson, who's hunting his first strikeout still. Forced a ground out and a fly out to go along with his interference out in the 6th. No 2. Swing and a miss, a chase from Rada, and he goes down on strikes for Nick Peterson's first punch out in relief. 4th of the game by the Bells pitching duo of Robbie Zimmerman and Nick Peterson. Dylan Lopez will bat. 0 of 2 for him. Hit a hard liner in the 5th to be retired. St. Mary's University catcher up following a .311 batting average during the collegiate season through 56 games. With the Rattlers helping them to a 39-19 record, Dylan Lopez is back in Victoria following 21 games for the HarbourCats in 2025, where he had a .350 batting average, picking up 3 home runs and 4 steals. Bats with 1 out and a man at first. Silva, the runner at first. Lefty Peterson home in a 1-0. That turns 2-0 after another miss from Peterson. Swing and a miss to make it 2-1. Two and 1 lofted to right field. Dominic Keybon has the second out in right field with his glove. 2 outs after that leadoff single gained for Nick Peterson, and center fielder Cameron Chialoy up. He has spent his whole career at the Division I school, the University of Illinois. His best year coming last season in his sophomore campaign, making 51 starts for the Fightin' Illini, batting .266 with 54 runs in the 51 starts he made on his 50 hits. Chialoy taking ball 1 to start his at-bat with 2 outs in the 7th. In his freshman season, Chialoy made 31 starts, batting .333 in that freshman year, had 4 homers, 5 steals, and was all Big Ten third team, as well as being named to the all-conference freshman teams. This past year, though, just 20 games played, picked up 6 hits, 4 runs, and 3 RBI. Tries to get himself back on track, headed for his senior season. Spending summer here with the HarbourCats right now, after being in the Cape Cod League in the 2025 season. Two balls and a strike on Chialoy with 2 outs. Runner still at first after Silva's single to start off the inning. Peterson trying to work around it, as it was the 5th hit for the HarbourCats in the game. All those hits coming across the last 3 innings, following 4 perfect frames by the starter, Robbie Zimmerman. And 12 straight outs to start his game. 3-1 from Peterson. Jammed off the inside of the bat. Peschke, the shortstop, with a running throw to his right. Low, and Cassie scoops it for the 3rd out. We'll stretch with a nice, comfortable 6-run lead. Bellingham trying to add on to it when we return.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. 7th inning stretch has been sung. 7-1 your lead, and we go to the bottom of the 7th here in Bellingham. As your Bells lead the Victoria HarbourCats by 6. And Victoria has gone to their bullpen, taking away the relief pitcher, Leif Friedrich, after 2 1/3 innings pitched. The right-hander capped off his 2 1/3 with a 1-2-3 6th. Final line for him, 3 walks, 4 hits allowed for 2 earned runs. 2 strikeouts for the right-hander. Passing the ball to Spencer Kratt, the right-hander out of San Jose State. Tyler Peschke will do the leading off for your Bellingham Bells here in the bottom of the 7th with a 6-run lead. First pitch swinging, he grounds it to the third baseman, Rada. Bouncing throw in time to beat Peschke. Not an easy play there from the third baseman, and he gets it across the diamond to sit down Peschke on just 1 pitch to start the bottom of the 7th inning. Robinette Keebon will roll on next for Bellingham, working on back-to-back hits in his last 2 trips to the plate. 2 singles and an RBI for him on a 2 of 3 night. We'll face the new right-hander with 1 down. Looks at the first pitch, standing up there, just looking at the 85-mile-an-hour pitch for strike 1. And that one at the feet of Keebon did not hit him. Saw him move the feet as if it maybe did, but didn't clip him. So it'll be just ball 1 to the right fielder. High and away miss. After strike 1, it's been 3 straight misses. So 3-1 on Robinette Keebon. Kratt looking for the zone. He will not find it. Misses high to Keebon for a 1-out walk. Kratt entering this relief appearance for his 11th of the summer with the HarbourCats. So far a 6.65 ERA for the right-hander in that time across 21 2/3 innings of relief. Does have 21 strikeouts, but 12 walks, 22 hits against him. Opponent's batting average resting at a 265 against this right-hander. Despite the ERA north of 6, he has collected a 3-0 record. HarbourCats trailing by 6th with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Trailing by 6 runs as Moss sends this one out to left field on a base knock. So a pair of singles for Moss in his last 2 trips up to the plate. Bell's trying to add on to that 6-run lead. One out against Rashad Hayes, who is 1 for 4. Runners at first and second for Bellingham here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Strike 1 on Hayes. Starts at 85 high. 0-1 on Hayes. Came up with a run scored in the 4th as his lone production reaching on an infield single. Runners going on the pitch. Actually, just the runner from second. Moss is actually going to be caught in between first and second. Didn't go on a potential double steal. So Keybon up to third with a successful steal, but Moss picked off between first and second. Lopez with a heads-up play. But Moss is caught stealing for the second out. So now Rashad Hayes batting with 2 outs in a 1-1 count. And instead of potential runner at third with only 1 out, only needing a sacrifice, now you need Rashad Hayes to pick up a base hit to drive in a run. Two and one turns 3-1 off the breaking pitch, miss inside to Hayes. Hayes could pass the baton to Jaden Jackson in the on-deck circle. Kratz 3-1. Finds the zone for strike 2. So now a payoff pitch to Hayes. Thought about going in the dirt, and they say he went around. Strikeout to cap off the 7th, and we head to the 8th. 7-1 the lead for your Bellingham Bells.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Eighth inning for the Bellingham Bells, hosting the Victoria HarbourCats here at Joe Martin Field in the Pacific Northwest. Just about 30 minutes from the Canadian border, a bit longer to get to Vancouver Island and Victoria, where you can catch the HarbourCats for their home games at Wilson's Group Stadium at Royal Athletic Park. Bells holding a 7-1 lead over the HarbourCats as we go into the 8th, and it's Nick Peterson in relief still as the left-hander came in for the 6th and has tossed the last 2 innings scoreless, holding on to a 6-run lead. We'll face Aiden Rice, the leadoff man to start the 8th inning for the HarbourCats. First pitch called for a strike, a 91-mile-an-hour fastball low against Rice. To get Peterson up 0-1 to start his 3rd inning of relief. Rice did not factor in Portland's 27-25 record this year, did not play for the Pilots, who had a 13-14 West Coast Conference record. Was a teammate of Bellingham Bells pitcher Cal Young. Swing and a miss from Rice to make it 1-2. Right now, though, it is Nick Peterson, the UC Santa Barbara junior, dealing. Just 5 2/3 innings pitched collegiately this past year for Peterson. Already surpassed that in a Bells uniform. Nearly did it in only 1 game against Wenatchee, throwing 5 innings his last time out. Right now in his 3rd and in a 2-2 count against Aiden Rice. Second baseman is 1 of 2 with an RBI single coming back for him in the 5th inning, his last plate appearance. On a 2-2 from Peterson. He hits it up the middle, bouncing to Tyler Peschke. Charging throw from the shortstop. A sure glove for the first out in the 8th by Tyler Peschke. Riley Quack is next up. He's 0 of 2, pair of flyouts to the opposite way for him, right field, for the righty batter, pushing it out there in the air to Romnick Keebon a couple of times. Now with 1 out, he's up to face Nick Peterson for the first time in tonight's game. Peterson finishes his first time through the order here against the bottom of the order hitter for the HarbourCats. Peterson took over against the leadoff man Cron in the 6th inning. 3 batters face in the 6th, 4 in the 7th. This is the second man up here in the 8th. Leadoff bat Cron for the second time through, waiting in the on-deck circle. Foul tip from Quack to get him down 1-2. 1 strikeout for Peterson so far in relief. This collegiate year, he had 5 strikeouts in those 5 2/3 innings he pitched with UC Santa Barbara. The downside was just the 6 hits and 8 walks he allowed for 4 earned runs. Peterson's 1-2. Grounder to the left side. Nate Johnson, the third baseman. Wanted to make the play just for fun and try and get some reps in, but it was a foul ball. So it stays 1-2 on the bottom of the order shortstop. Swing and a miss, and Peterson gets his second strikeout. Second out as well in the 8th as he sits down Quack via the swinging strikeout. And top of the order hitter, David Cron, is back up. He's gone 0 of 3 tonight. A returner to the West Coast League after 11 games with Edmonton last summer. Or the last 2 summers combined for 11 games with the Riverhawks. First year with Victoria, leadoff man tonight as the DH. Lined out, flew out, and grounded out. Against Peterson in the 8th right now, down 0-1 with 2 outs. 5 straight retired for the left-hander. Comes home in an 0-1. And it turns 0-2 on that swinging foul tip. 7-1 lead for the Bells in the top of the 8th. Robbie Zimmerman right now in line for the win. Should it hold where it is, Nick Peterson could earn himself a 4-inning save if he ends up coming back out for the 9th inning. Once you go over 3 innings, it doesn't matter the score in baseball. If you go more than 3 innings of relief to finish a game with your team in front, you automatically earn a save. The traditional way would be coming in, with less than 3 innings of work and having to be a 3-run game. Peterson, though, well on his way to try and getting the Bells the win because he gets that strikeout to cap off a 1-2-3 8th inning. He's got 3 punch-outs as we head into the bottom of 8. 7-1 still the lead for the Bells.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Eighth inning for the Victoria HarbourCats was scoreless, so we go to the bottom of the eighth with Bellingham up to bat. 7-1 the lead. Jackson to get us started. First pitch missing high and upstairs to Jackson to begin the bottom of the eighth frame. So us in the press box were informed that this right-hander wearing the number 2 is not Spencer Kratt. It is Tovi Salzman, as Jackson hits a foul ball for his first strike. Just going off the roster that we had provided online. Lineup card a little bit harder to read tonight, but we've got Tovi Salzman in as the pitcher. Salzman actually was listed as number 17 on the lineup card, so. So Jackson will take the leadoff walk against Salzman.
Next up for your Bells, number 8, Noah Cassie.
Noah Cassie up next after the leadoff walk from Jaden Jackson to start this inning. Pitch clock violation on the pitcher for the HarbourCats, Salzman. Slide step home. Cassie sends it up the middle. Shortstop will touch second for 1, throw to first for 2 as Quack turns the 6-3 double play by himself. Now Nate Johnson started off his night with 2 hits, but has been retired his last 2 times at the plate. Will get his 5th plate appearance following the double play Cassie hits into here in the bottom of the 8th. Wiping away Jaden Jackson off of first, and base is empty with 2 outs. Johnson pops it up to the infield right side. There's a flurry of HarbourCats there to make the play, but it will put away the 8th inning on an infield pop-up, and we go to the 9th. Bellingham looking for 3 outs to claim game 1.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. So here we go, 9th inning of baseball. It's your Bellingham Bells leading the Victoria HarbourCats 7-1 here in the top of the 9th. 6-run cushion for Cal Young, who takes over in relief for Nick Peterson. We're going 3 straight lefties. You got Zimmerman, the starter, 5 innings pitched. Nick Peterson finishes off 3 innings of relief, allowing 2 hits and no runs with 3 strikeouts and no walks. Peterson exits, holding the game where it stands, and now Cal Young will try and close it out as this is lined to right center field on the first batter. Bradshaw attacks the lefty in relief. It gets back up against the wall. Bradshaw, though, pulling up for just a leadoff double, as that's how the offense will start for the HarbourCats here in the 9th inning. Down by 6, so we've seen crazier things. Young will hunt for the next 3 outs following the leadoff double. Young, the left-handed pitcher, headed to the University of British Columbia for this next collegiate season. Coming after a season at the University of Portland where he took a medical redshirt year. He's got 2 years of eligibility left following this past year with the Pilots. That pitch gets to the backstop, and now Bradshaw will take over third base, advancing on the wild pitch. Shepard at the dish, 0 of 3 in the game, and right now ahead 2-0 in the count. As Young misses on that 89-mile-an-hour pitch. The fastball to Shepard. Two 2-0 fastball is called for an outside strike. Late call from the home plate umpire, but it is strike 1. Young so far on the summer with the Bellingham Bells has been here the whole way. This is his 13th appearance of the year. 15 innings under the left-hander's belt. As he dishes 3-1 low. Or ball too low to make it 3-1. Young a 6.60 ERA through his 12 appearances so far. 15 strikeouts to just 6 walks, but it has been the 22 hits that have done the damage. That one gets the backstop, and Moss couldn't glove it, but Bradshaw is going to stay at third base. And up to first goes Shepard on the walk. So runners on the corners for the HarbourCats here in the 9th. Cal Young and the Bells trying to avoid anything weird from happening here in the inning. Up by 6. Silva, the next batter, due up for the HarbourCats. Silva taking ball 1 on that pitch, high and away from Young. And that fastball just high and away as well at 89. 2-0 the start against Silva. Came up with his first hit in the 7th. And Cody Anderson, associate pitching coach, is going to trot out to the hill to talk with Cal Young after the leadoff double from Bradshaw, then the walk to Shepard, and a 2-0 start to the at-bat against Jacob Silva. Young only pitched twice before taking that medical redshirt season, as been getting himself back into form here with the Bells, a spot where he's found a lot of success in his career. This is his 4th summer with Bellingham. Last season, a 2.08 ERA in 34 2/3. That's back when he was used mainly as a starter in 2025. 3 relief outings for him to go along with the 8 starts. He was a West Coast League All-Star in 2024, pitching a 1.56 ERA in 17 1/3 relief innings. Being used mainly here as a reliever throughout the summer. His first appearance of the year was as a starter, but his last now 12, including tonight, have been out of the pen. That one flown to right field, foul, and out of the reach of either Cassie or Keybon, converging in the right field corner. And strike one on Silva, first baseman. 2-1, another foul, this time to the opposite side. Nate Johnson, the third baseman, keeping it in play and ranges it down there off the left side of your screen. Good job by Johnson to help his pitcher out, get the first out in the ninth on the foul ball pop-up from Silva. And the Bells are a third of the way there. Michael Rada, the next man up. How about a double play here? Haven't seen one tonight for Bellingham's side of things. Saw one by the HarbourCats defense. Let's get a double play to cap off the win. Same way the Bells did it last night with a double play to sweep the Berries. Rada getting strike one against Cal Young after he swung and missed against the lefty's pitch low. Rada 1 of 3 with a strikeout. Single and a run, the only man to touch home plate for the HarbourCats so far, although Bradshaw is close. He's at third still, following his double and advance on a wild pitch. Shepard at first in the 7-1 ball game here in the top of the ninth. The pitch high is ball 2. Moss able to corral the high and away pitch that he had to stretch out for. It's now 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Runners on the corners for the HarbourCats. 1 out in the ninth. 7-1 the lead for Bellingham. And ball 4 will load the bases. And it looks like the head coach, Alan Regier, is going to come out of the dugout to make a pitching change. Just 4 batters for Young in the top of the ninth, and he'll be relieved with 1 out. 7-1, still your score as Cal Young exits.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. So this is still the top of the ninth inning, and maybe things getting interesting here for Victoria. They've loaded the bases with only 1 out. Still down by 6, but Bellingham's not taking any chances. They're going to their bullpen again in the ninth after just 1 out gain from Cal Young. It's going to be Thrasher Steed taking over. The West Florida commit will take the ball as the right-hander faces Dylan Lopez with the bases loaded following a double from Bradshaw and then 2 walks from Cal Young to load the bases. Thrasher Steed now, not a save situation just yet, but the right-hander still trying to cap off the Game 1 victory over the HarbourCats. Bellingham leading 7-1. Tomorrow night's game will feature a 6:35 first pitch here on a Saturday night. Giveaway at the ballpark as well. Get your tickets at bellstickets.com for that one. But we possibly have an interesting finish here tonight. Dylan Lopez taking ball one from Steed, who's got to find the strike zone well because there's nowhere to place any batters coming in relief here. Steed on the summer, a 4.96 ERA, has 2 saves. This is his 16th appearance of the year. Not a save situation. And still potentially the game in a crucial spot right now. If Victoria gets a big hit right here, momentum really on the HarbourCats side. Down by 6. And Bellingham needing just 2 outs. 1-1 home from Steed. Inside, nearly got him. Moss was going to pump fake a throw. I think he might have cocked back into the umpire. So 2-1 the count as Steed gets back onto the rubber here in the 9th inning. 1 out and the base is loaded. Lopez taking all the way for strike 2. That one right down the middle from Steed. 20 punch-outs and 16 1/3 for Steed. Has allowed 10 walks and 16 hits for 12 runs. Two balls and 2 strikes on the catcher, Lopez. Off the inside of the bat, foul ball. Lopez checking around on that one. The 90-mile-an-hour fastball up and in from Thrasher Steed. Relief here in the 9th inning with the bases loaded. Steed misses low for ball 3. Bells had no walks issued entering the 9th in the game. 2 from Young and now a 3-2 count with the bases loaded for Steed. The payoff pitch with 1 out. Bouncing ball to Johnson, charging from third. He'll look at just first base to make the play for the out. No need to get fancy on that one. With the big lead, he'll take the easy play for the second out. And there's 2 outs in the 9th. Run scoring on that RBI ground out from Lopez to make the game 7-2. As in to score comes Bradshaw following his leadoff double. That run will score credited against Cal Young. And Steed looking for just 1 more out now. Cameron Chi-Aloy will bat with 2 outs for the HarbourCats. Runners at second and third. Plays at 1 for the infield. First pitch swinging a foul ball from Chi-Aloy. Make it strike 1. Seven to 2 is your score. 7-2 is the score. The runners at second and third. 0-1 coming home to the center fielder. It's a breaking pitch from Steed that missed upstairs. Ball 1. Steed's 1-1. Low fastball missed for ball 2. Those pitchers in relief trying to command the strike zone here in the 9th. 2-1 from Steed. Lofted to right center field. Could do it. Schinkel on the run. He's got the catch. So maybe held your breath for a second, but there's the big sigh of relief. It'll be a 7-2 victory for your Bellingham Bells. Thrasher Steed closing it out. Not a save garnered from him, but it will be second out grabbed. And all he needed to get it done. So one run scored against Cal Young in the 9th inning, but Thrasher Steed finishes things off. Finishes off a 7-2 victory for your Bells over the Victoria HarbourCats as they take game 1 of 3 from the Cats here in Bellingham. They'll be back tomorrow at 6:35. We'll see you then. I'm Zen Hill. Post-game show coming up next. We'll go through all the stats when we return.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Here post-game after a 7-2 victory for the Bellingham Bells over the Victoria HarbourCats in game 1 of 3 between the Bells and HarbourCats. And it was your Bells tonight getting it done on both sides of the ball. And the offense putting up 7 runs for their 6th straight victory to take it over the HarbourCats, moving 1 win closer to a playoff berth. Bells sitting at 32-17, have won 6 in a row, carrying some good momentum here as we close the regular season over the next 5 days. Robbie Zimmerman gets your win tonight, his 4th of the season in 5 innings pitched. He picks it up, going perfect through his first 4, and ends up allowing just 3 hits and no walks with only 1 run against him. Had 3 strikeouts. He's your Terry Stash State Farm player of the game. HarbourCats on offense were led by Brian Bradshaw, going 2 of 4 with a run and a double. Jacob Silva had a hit, as did Michael Rada, going 1 of 3 with a run. Cameron Chi Aloy came through with 1 of the 6 hits for the HarbourCats, as did Aiden Rice, who delivered the lone RBI for Victoria. The loss going to Shea Lake, the starter, in 3 2/3, picking up his 2nd loss of the season. Bellingham's offense led by Noah Cassie, 2 of 4 in the game with a RBI and a run scored. Johnson also had 2 hits, as did Romanik Keebon and Dylan Moss. Keebon an RBI and a run, Moss with an RBI. Jaden Jackson had a solo home run and also had 2 RBI with a bases loaded walk to go along with his homer. Rashad Hayes was 1 of 5 with a run scored. Bo Schinkel scored twice, reaching with a hit and a drop third strike for him. 11 hits on offense for Bellingham. At the plate, struck out 7 times, drew 6 walks, got 7 runs on 6 RBI in the game tonight. It's a Bells win as they continue their momentum. Let's look around the West Coast League to see how some of these big matchups are shaping up tonight. It was a bit of a quicker game here in Bellingham. Wenatchee leading Kamloops 6-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Nanaimo Night Owls are trailing the Port Angeles Lefties in the top of the 7th. Nanaimo in a must-win situation as far as just trying to get their playoff odds in the best spot, and they're trailing against the North Division's lowest team. The Edmonton Riverhawks leading the Kelowna Falcons 8-0. Man, the Falcons on a bit of a slide as Kelowna was in a good spot through the first half of the second half. I guess that's kind of confusing, but the Falcons have lost their last 7 games and potentially their 8th tonight, down 8-0 in the bottom of the 8th. That's it for the North Division matchups, but down south, the Bend Elks leading Marion 7-3 in the top of the 9th. Corvallis over Yakima Valley right now 11-2 in the top of the 8th. Springfield leading Ridgefield 12-7 in the bottom of the 7th. Walla Walla in front of Portland 7-5 in the bottom of the 8th. The Sweets are the top South Division team. So looking like we might see some shuffling around as far as the HarbourCats are going to drop a game further back. The Riverhawks are going to, if they hold on to the 8-0 win 8-0 lead at least, they would be if the season ended tonight, it would be them as the 3rd seed in the playoffs with either Nanaimo, Victoria, and either Nanaimo or Victoria claiming that final spot. Of course, there's tiebreakers to go into that, but we don't got to get into that. Obviously, we've got 5 games left in the regular season, and tomorrow night, it'll be a 6:35 game between the Bells and HarbourCats. We'll see everyone then as we bid you farewell on this Friday night. Thanks for joining us here on the Bells YouTube channel. I'm Zen Hill.